3 by 4. That makes sense.
Why? Because the columns of A and the rows of B are same. Yes.
Right. Yeah. They get cancelled. Okay.
That is why I can multiply A into B.
Right. Yeah.
And now these will be discarded.
Yeah. Yeah. The reverse is not possible because okay.
The common feature will be discarded.
Right.
Common feature is columns of A and rows of B are same. So the common feature will be discarded and the resultant will be 3 into 4. That is this 3 and this 4.
Yeah.
Yes. If I try other way around, if I say B into A, why it is invalid? Because B have 4 columns, right?
Yeah.
And A have 3 rows.
Yeah, 3 rows.
So common feature is not same. Columns of B are not same as rows of 3A. Yes,
Right.
no?
Yeah. Yeah.
That means a 4 by 3, we are trying to multiply it by 3 by 3, which is invalid. Sorry, 3 by 4. This is B and this is A.
Yeah. That is A.
So the common feature is not same. So that's why BA will not take place.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
AB will take place and the resultant will be 3 into 3. Okay.
Okay.
So here the total declaration is given by this for loop. Sorry. This for loop. The inner loop for Y. This inner loop was for Y is declared like this. Okay.
Okay. For
And
Y
external loop for X.
Okay.
Okay. So it's doing the same.
Also again an API. You can, and zip is kind of length. It's the same as trying to say length of Y, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Maybe some sort of mathematical exercises will make the things pretty clear and simpler.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because it's been a while since. Yeah, we've done math.
I don't know, but Python is completely a scientific and numerical computing tool.
Right. Yeah.
So a lot of things, wherever you go, it comes across. Okay, so we'll go ahead with exploring another package from Python. We'll today start with NumPy. Typically, when Python is being talked or discussed, people discuss it around the scientific and numerical computations. Okay, so for numerical computations, there is a ready-made package or library we incorporate that is called as NumPy, numerical Python. Okay.
Okay.
So similarly, there is a SciPy, scientific computations. Similarly, for plotting, there is a Matplotlib. For machine learning, there is a Scikit. For text mining, there is some another package. For web design, there is some another package. Okay. So the basic setup of Python is common. Apart from it, whichever are functionalities, we have to incorporate those packages externally. Okay. So in my program, if I have to use some sort of APIs for numerical computations, I need to incorporate NumPy as a package. Okay. So how the syntax starts? The library of NumPy can be imported using the keyword import NumPy. Okay,
Okay.
and there onwards, I can say that use NumPy as NP.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so how do I read it? NumPy is a ready-made library. I'm importing it using import command, and I'm abbreviating is as NP.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so once this line is declared, that
You can just
signifies that here onwards I can use any built-in API from NumPy package.
okay. Okay.
Okay, on the next
Mhm.
line now, I can say np.array. I have to declare an array. So I should specify that my data type is array. Okay, provided that it is coming out from NumPy. So that's why np.array should be given. That means I'm invoking it from NumPy library.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I'll say
Mhm.
a is equal to np.array 123 and print of a. It will simply display me the particular array value. Okay,
Okay.
similarly, let's say if I have to declare more than one dimension,
Mm-hmm.
so 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so as that was a multiple matrix, it should be given in double braces or triple braces, whatever it is. Ideally that should be double braces.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so I got a two-dimensional array declared like this.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Now minimum dimension. Okay, np.array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and the number of dimensions I'm specifying is 2. Okay, what is the difference? Although I have specified it as a single braces and I have specified number of dimension as 1, it has taken it like this. If I change it to 2, there are double braces generated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So what is the use of that?
that means I may accept it as a single dimension or double dimension or multiple dimensional array. The values are not going to be different. Values will be same.
Mm-hmm.
Only the dimensional declaration will be different.
Okay.
Okay. Now data type parameters. Here I am declaring the array using np.array.
Okay.
Okay. And
Okay.
going ahead, we are declaring its data type.
Uh-huh.
Hmm. So if I declare data type as a complex, likewise, I'll be able to get all these values generated in a complex data type.
Okay.
Okay. Similarly, np.data type. Okay. And I can specify whatever that data type. Okay. May it be integer 32, unsigned integer 32. I guess you're clear with this data types.
Yes. So
Integer
far.
32-bit, integer 16-bit, 64-bit, unsigned integer 8-bit. Yes. So here when I say integer 32-bit, that
Uh-huh.
means normally we say that all the values are declared in binary.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So here the values will range from 2 raised to 0 When the data type is integer 32-bit, the values will
Okay.
range from 2 raised to 0 to 2 raised to, where is that? Yeah, 31. Okay.
Right.
So how much it is? 2 raised to 0 to 2 raised to 31, whatsoever it is. Okay. That much of data space I'll be able to use for my variables.
Okay.
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 When I say unsigned integer 8-bit,
Mm-hmm.
that will be taking, let's say, 2 raised to 0 to 2 raised to 7.
Yes. Okay.
It's 0 to 255. 2 raised to 0 is 0, 2 raised to 7 is 255. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So likewise, typically in case of data type declaration, data types signifies the resolution. That is how many number of fractional values I can hold using that data type.
Okay. Okay.
Obviously, I'll be able to hold uh, more number of fractional values in integer 32-bit than integer 8-bit.
Right. Okay.
It will only give me 2 raised to 7 maximum.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, this one will give me up to 32-bit. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, uh, this type of thing we have done it maybe using dictionary or
Mm-hmm.
dictionary
Yes.
typically.
Yeah.
Instead of that, now provided in all cases, we should import the NumPy first. Yes.
Right. Right.
So that is the mandate. So I have
Okay.
imported NumPy. Then NP data type age NP integer 8-bit. Okay. So
Okay.
these two things and now print me my DT. So DT is my variable, whatsoever it is. Okay. So age is being displayed and integer 8-bit value, which were okay, that will be displayed against it. Okay. So a structured type of structured data type creation also is possible using uh, NumPy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Here subsequently again age and NumPy integer NP array 10, 20, 30 and data type is DT. That
Mm-hmm.
means I have said that key I want to display it likewise. Okay, and the values will be here. Okay, so eventually that will be displayed across. Now file name can be used to create a particular type of H column or access the content of H column. Let's say again import NumPy. Next line I'm saying that declare my data type as H and declare it as an integer 8-bit. The
Okay.
values we have specified. Okay, and next time only if I say print my age, it will display me the only age values.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So A is declared as a NumPy array and that was assigned with a data type age.
Right.
Okay. So I am indexing a NumPy array with its age values. It might be very rarely used. Further are the things
Okay.
which quite prominently we use this in variety of applications. For
Okay.
an example here, okay, let's say we have declared a NumPy array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I'm not sure exactly what is the size of that specific matrix. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so here Python can give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and I'm saying that get me the shape of A. Okay,
So
and
2
it
by
will
2.
give me 2 rows and 3 columns.
3 columns. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I guess that is clear.
Yeah, that is clear.
Okay, so many times to opt to automate your programs, you need to find out the attributes of your own array. For an example,
Okay.
you might have read some CSV file or text file, Excel file, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not clear how many number of columns are there inside it. Like I have a stock data of 8 days. I read this stock file as Excel file in Python. Okay.
Okay.
So obviously I should be getting, maybe I may have 4 stock and 8 days. So my
Mm-hmm.
matrix will be 4 by 8. But
Right.
if I have linked it to HTML, okay, if I have
Uh-huh.
linked it to HTML, every day the stock data will be updated.
Right.
Maybe after 4 days, I should have 12 days of data and for 4 stock. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
when eventually there is a dynamicity involved in the input array, you will be able to find out the attributes using a dot shape.
Okay.
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 So a dot shape eventually will be giving you the updated number of rows and columns.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
You need not to manually invoke it. Okay.
Gotcha.
Similarly, there's a possibility that you may require to resize your data, maybe in different fashion. As we know that we are quite confined to the rules of matrices. Based on the number of rows and columns only, it can be added, multiplied, subtracted, or divided. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have to mix two different types of data, I may require both of them to be of same sizes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, resizing is the command which quite popularly we uses. So
Mm-hmm.
what we'll be
Okay.
doing is, how do we resize it? Let's say I get NP array, I declare A. Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now the original shape of A was 2 by 3,
Yes.
but now I am assigning A dot shape as 3 by 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're getting this one?
Yes. Yeah. So we
Yeah.
want to resize the data, basically 3 rows to 2 columns. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to change it to 3 rows to 2 columns. So these
Mm-hmm.
new dimensions I am assigning to A dot shape
Okay.
and calling them to print of A.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now what happens? My first row remains 3, 2.
Right.
This third column of first row will be taken on second row,
Mm-hmm.
and then 4, and then 5 and 6.
Okay.
Okay. So reshape commands can reshape it to any maximum extent, provided that your number of elements should remain same. Okay. So total number of
And
elements are 6, right?
okay.
So I can reshape it to 2 by 3, 3 by 2, 6 by 1, 1 by 6. I cannot
Uh-huh.
reshape it to 2 by 2.
2 by 2. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So subsequently here we have a 2 row and 3 column matrix, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So simply I'll say that B is equal to A dot reshape.
Mm-hmm.
Now here
Mm-hmm.
what we were doing, we were reshaping it, we were assigning the newer shape to A.
Right.
Here we are reshaping A and assigning it to B.
Okay.
You got the difference?
Yes.
Yeah. Here A was assigned a new shape. Here A is reshaped itself,
Reshape.
and that is
Yeah.
stored to B.
B.
Hmm. So likewise I'll have my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe
And
yeah. I'll take up transpose today and then we will stop. We'll continue.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Similarly, transpose. Let's say A was 2 rows and 3 columns, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking him to transpose. So it will be eventually will be converted to rows into columns and column into rows. Okay. So 1, 4 will appear as a first row, 2,
Mm-hmm.
5, second row,
Okay.
3, 5, 3, third row. Is got it?
Yeah, so far, yeah, got it.
Yes.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So likewise, NumPy is basically we can exploit a lot of numerical
Mm-hmm.
API which are already given in your package. Okay. And that suffices a lot of purposes.
Okay,
Similarly, people have contributed for scientific computations. People
right.
have done
Right.
it for graphical. People have done it for maybe the web integration. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
what is the most advantageous part of Python is the basic Python setup remains same. Apparently, there are a lot of other contributions as being an open source. So various domain are contributed in the form of built-in
Mm-hmm.
libraries. Now here
Right.
what we require is we have to install these libraries first. That
Mm-hmm.
installation part for NumPy and SciPy we not require it. Maybe for some another package I'll show you how do we install the another packages externally. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
and then that can be imported using import commands.
Okay. So you're saying SciPy and NumPy are not required to do the install. It comes along with the
Yeah, yeah,
package.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Okay.
eventually comes out with whatever the recent version of Anaconda you're using.
Right. Yes.
It
It's okay.
eventually comes out with SciPy and NumPy pre-installed.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So should we stop today here?
Yeah, I think we should stop and
Yeah,
resume probably.
yeah, yeah. Hmm. I'll share
Okay.
across this NumPy also. It's good at least
Okay.
you get some hands on that. It's not that
Yes.
difficult.